how exactly did Raphinha turn this around? This guy was about to get sold. This guy, a lot of Barcelona fans weren't happy with him. His performances wasn't good enough. He wasn't really used correctly. And the brother, he was about to say Salamu Alaikum. Saudi was calling. He was about to say Ni Hao. But out of nowhere, the transformation that he's had has been incredible. And that is me speaking from a non-biased perspective. And a lot of credit goes to Hansi Flick, but also, if you guys didn't know, to Xavi. Because Xavi was the guy who identified this position for him, but Hansi Flick has now found the perfect role for him. Position and role is two completely different things. In this video, I'll pretty much explain to you and break it down to you what Raphinha has really done to pretty much kickstart his Barcelona career. Because the transformation from being someone who was just about to get sold, someone who wasn't even good enough, he was perceived like to now being this most important player and regarded as one of the best players in the world and a contender for the Ballon d'Or, a lot of things has happened. I'll break it down before we start anything, as you guys already know. Don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, and of course, comment your own thoughts. Listen, Raphinha's transformation goes down to Hansi Flick, and like I said earlier, goes down to Xavi. But before we even get to that stage and how good he's become, let's just go back. Let's take it back, man. You guys already know I like a time machine thing. I'm a storyteller. Let's go back, man. This is Raphinha, 2013 season. So exactly 3 years ago. Look at how this brother was being used. Touchdown, defender. Look at him. Look at him, bro. Look at him. That brother was being used as a stay there and don't move. In his first season, this is how he's being used. Because they look at it when he came from Leeds, and how can you not respond to that and now using him the way you did under Barcelona? Like I said, the guy was just being asked to go down to the wing and just stay there. Just stay there and don't move. If the ball comes to you, try to do whatever you want to do to it. But other than that, don't move. Just go hang there. Go hang, not next to the goal. Wing hang. No, that's not funny. That was funny still. Go hang. Like go hang is right there. Wing hang. No. First. Like I said, he's been used completely different to how he's been used. He's literally been used as literally stay there on the wing. Even the game against Real Madrid, literally on the wing once again. I'm just showing you examples. I'm showing you pretty much scenarios throughout the game. I can show you literally a full 90 minutes and how he was being used. Once again, literally, whilst the attack was going there, this brother just standing on the right-hand side, doing absolute nothing. And this comes down to instructions, and this comes down to Xavi not using him correctly in his first season. Once again, the ball's there. He's not even going mid. Look at him. Dembele's there. Everyone's there. The spotter's on the right-hand side. Literally right-hand side, not being used. And this is just an example for you to get an idea how this brother was being used. Look at that. On the wing. This is the heat map showing you exactly how he was being used. On the wing. Literally. It's the same. Just to give you an idea. Let's just give you an idea. How Xavi played in this first season was this. Raphinha played with Dembele. He was playing a 4-2-3-1. And Raphinha's instruction was literally just to stay down there. Similar to Usman. Usman was a similar situation where you stay there. When you get the ball, try to create, go to the byline, cut inside, do whatever you want to do. But in terms of actually in-game management, the main focus is that three-man midfield. And the fullbacks wasn't really attacking as often, because when you have someone that just stays there, the fullback can't really, unless they invert, which back then Xavi wasn't doing. Similar, Bodie was the only one, because Usman's responsibility is, all right, maybe you cut inside, and when you do cut inside, Bodie will overlap. But most of the time, Barcelona was literally like this, and the main focus was the midfield. And that how it's pretty much played out. We move on to the following season. Also the same thing. Nothing changed. Nothing. Literally, Raphinha being used as a touchdown. Literally, similar right here. Being used as a same thing, bro. Nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. Once again, he receives the ball on the wing. This time around, of course, when he's a bit more centrally, the fullback can go. But at the moment, it's the same thing. And once again, an example of how he was being used. On the wing, not even moving around on the wing. This game was a bit different. On the wing, on the wing, on the wing, literally. Nothing. He didn't go centrally, or most importantly, he didn't go through the middle. He didn't try to run in behind the defense. That wasn't how he was being used under Xavi. Xavi gave him clear instructions on how you should be playing and how it should really be under my tactics and under my system. And then it clicked. It clicked. And do you guys remember the game it clicked? Do you guys remember how then Xavi found out? Because if you guys go back, this is when Lamine Yamal wasn't in the equation. This is when the wing was, of course, Ousmane and Dembele. The moment it clicked, the moment Xavi said, all right, maybe I can use him differently, was with this right here. Apologies. This is, again, the same situation. Same situation. This was the first half of the season. But the moment it clicked was this right here. The introduction of Lamine Yamal. When Lamine was brought into the starting 11, Raphinha's position had to change. And that was when the question marks started to raise on Raphinha. Lamine Yamal is not taking your position. A 16-year-old at that time is taking your position. What's your future now? Now you have to, if you can't adapt on that left-hand side, ma'a salama, your time at Barcelona is over. Because Barcelona made it very clear that we are now going with the direction of Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is our future. He's our present and our future. So Raphinha's now, the question marks about Raphinha, at that time, everyone was questioning. But the one game that changed it, the one game that said to everyone, yo, was Paris Saint-Germain. Away from home at Parc des Princes, when Barcelona won that leg 3-2 in the first leg. And look at how Raphinha was being used. This time around, he's been asked to go centrally. This time around, now he's asked, all right, on the right-hand side, I'm using you differently. On the left-hand side, I need Cancelo, because Cancelo, at that second part of last season, was so vital for Barcelona's success on that left-hand side. So I don't want you to stay on the left-hand side. Let me give you an example. I don't want you to pretty much stay on the left-hand side, which means Cancelo can't really overlap. And I need Cancelo on the ball. So for that reason, Raphinha was used a bit more centrally. This time around, I don't want you on the left. Just go in the midfield. Because that, not because I like you, not because I value your impact, just because I want you to help Cancelo. Because Cancelo is our main focus on that left-hand side. Not you. Cancelo is. And that's how he was being used. He was being used pretty much right here. Not run around the defense, not do anything. Second balls, he can do that. Other than that, Cancelo is the main focus. But this time around, like I said to you, Xavi found the role for him in the midfield. I want you to cut inside. I want you to be a bit more involved in possession. And that's how he was being used. And if you guys remember the goal came exactly from that style of play. Go through the midfield and try to cut inside. And that game changed everything. Because if you look at that, look at his average heat map. He was being used everywhere in the midfield. And literally right here in the midfield, his average position. Look at Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal average position. And that specific moment was literally on the side, on the wing. Raphinha was in the midfield. But the main problem is that Xavi, this is why I said Xavi found the position for him. Hansi Flick took it to another level because Xavi didn't manage to find the exact role. He was using him more as a supporting player, more as a not first choice, not second choice, not third choice, not fourth choice, fifth choice. You're there because I need you there and because I don't have any other options on the bench. So look at where he used him. Very, very deep. You had someone more advanced than him. But after that game, everything changed. Look at how he was being used. Like I said, more centrally, more in the midfield, much more pretty much helping possession and everything else. And then the season completely different. When I say Hansi Flick found the exact role for him, Hansi Flick basically told him, come here. Come here, hey, come here. Come here, Faysal. Or whatever you say, yo, come here in Portuguese. This is my team. I don't want you in possession. I don't want you to help control possession, but I do value your contribution. I value what you can do. And one of your biggest strengths, it's not on the ball, it's off the ball. And this is what I've been preaching this whole season about Real Madrid and about Barcelona. The biggest difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid is off the ball movement. On the ball, they all have players that is capable of taking the ball, running with it, and trying to create. Barcelona has got, in that midfield, they've got Casado, Pedri, and Dani Olmo. And on top of that, they've got Lamine Yamal, who this season has been, he's inverting throughout the midfield a lot because of the fact Hansi Flick now wants every single fullback to overlap. Balde, but most importantly, the help of that is Koundé. Hence the reason what Hansi Flick is saying, I've got 1 option, 2 option, 3 option, 4 options on the ball. I don't need a 5th option. I don't need you to pretty much control the ball. I don't need you to help me with the midfield. I don't need you, similar to Madrid, where Mbappe wants the ball, Vinny wants the ball, Rodrigo wants the ball, Fede wants the ball, Jude wants the ball, everyone wants the ball. I don't want you on the ball. I want you to make the right spaces and the ball will get to you, because he is not a goal-scoring threat. He is not a goal-scoring threat. He is a goal-scoring threat, but I want you to be the biggest goal-scoring threat, because finishing-wise, Raphinha is a great finisher. And on top of that, he is a very good runner. And that's exactly what Hansi Flick has identified with Raphinha this season. This is just one example, beginning of the season, making the right runs in behind the defense, chance missed. Another one, look at him. You've been used pretty much as the furthest player up front. Another one, right there, I want you as my runner. Another one, look at him, and this is where he scored as well. Right, understanding where he needs to be. I don't want you on the ball. I don't want you, because if this was Raphinha from last season or the season before, he would be right here asking for the ball. He would basically be right here where the referee is. That's where Raphinha would be. Pass it to me. And then from there, what is he going to do? He's going to run with it, pass it to Balde, nothing. But instead, rather than trying to drop deep to collect the ball, he's now making the right movement. And this is what he's been doing all this season. In running in behind the defense, which is what Hansi Flick wants from him. Another example, right here, running in behind the defense. Another one, this is where he scored as well. Lamine Yamal running in behind the defense. And bear in mind, this possession, when I watched the game, he was literally there. He was running with him. He could have easily waited. If this was Mbappe or Vinny, they could have easily just waited with each other, cut down, pass the ball to me, and let me try to do it. Instead, off the ball movement. That's the biggest difference between Raphinha from last season and the year before to this season. Once again, off the ball movement. And look at this. His mindset, he knows that Lamine Yamal has to get the ball. He knows that Lamine Yamal is going to make the right decision. And he's not waiting inside the box. He's not asking, yo, pass it to me so I can shoot from outside the box. He's making the runs. He's driving with it and expecting, if I make that run, not only am I helping myself, I'm helping Lamine Yamal. Because if I make that run, I'm tracking this defender's coming with me, which means Lamine Yamal has got an empty space now to run through that midfield. Or now the defender has to make a decision. Am I tracking Raphinha, or am I having to stay here to make sure Lamine Yamal doesn't go anywhere? So he has to make 2 decisions, and both decisions are criminal, because if he stays, boom, Raphinha has got a one-on-one chance. If he follows Raphinha, Lamine Yamal has got free space to run and drive. And in that specific moment, the defender did wait. Raphinha pretty much, Lamine Yamal found the pass to Raphinha, and of course, the cutback. Similar situation. Raphinha understanding, why am I waiting for the ball? Koundé's right here. He's got so many options. 1, 2, 3. Even Ferran Torres, who was supposed to be the striker, is outside the box. Why am I just standing there? Look what he's doing. Providing the runs where the defenders, right now, is so easy to defend against. And this specific moment, it's easy. That's no threat out of nowhere, because the back line is situated in a good way. But This run from Raphinha created the chance. He missed, but created the chance. Once again, look at him making the right spaces and making the right movement. Here, he assisted. Another situation, right here against Alaves, just running. He didn't even see. The guy just runs because the instruction from Hansi Flick is very clear. I want you to run, and the players, when you see Raphinha run, find him. Find him. Don't make that extra additional touches between yourself. Don't pass it unnecessarily. That's why last season, Barcelona was doing a lot of that last season under Xavi. Making one pass, one twos, left back, goalkeeper, centre back. This time around, I said in my last video about Hansi Flick. Last season with Xavi, it took them 7 touches to take it from their own half to the final third. Now on the Hansi Flick, it's 3 touches. 1, 2, 3, and the ball straight over the top. Another example, against Bayern Munich where he scored a hat-trick. Once again, the furthest person up front scored that goal. This, another goal. I want you as far as possible. I don't want you in the possession. I don't want you right here. Look at Liwa. Look at Lamine Yamal in the mistake. I want you as far as possible near the goal, near the final third. Another situation. Run. I want you to run. Run. Run like your life depends on it. Another situation against Espanyol just last week, making the right spaces and making the right movements, which takes me to this. This is his heat map from this season. Where look at the spaces he's managed to find. Exact the right spaces, exact the right movements. But the most important thing is not this. The most important thing is not the heat map. The most important thing is where exactly he is compared to everyone else. Look at how far advanced he was under Xavi, where he was playing as the deepest forward, and sometimes you've got other midfielders above him in Gundogan and Pedri, but this time around, he's the furthest forward. Further than Lamine Yamal, further than even a striker. Look at every single game, how far advanced he is. Every game, I want you as far as possible. Whether it was Alaves, is that Belgrade, Bayern Munich, Real Valladolid, Espanyol, or even the game against Barcelona. Bro, I could have showed you highlights and screenshot of the game against Real Madrid. I don't want to do that because whilst I was watching, I've rewatched that game 2 or 3 times, and every time it pisses me off of how much space that we left, and our backline didn't understand it. And this is the problem. Sometimes, if this is Mbappe right here from this season, Mbappe would have put himself in offside positions in pretty much all of those. He'll be in offside position in all of those. Not only is Raphinha a great runner, he's a very intelligent runner, which means he understands exactly where I need to be and how I can stay on side. And that has been the biggest difference of Raphinha this season. Which, this season, look at him. Look at him. Look at the right spacing. And that's the reason why 3 years ago, he had 10 goals in 50 games. Last season, he had 10 goals in 37 games. This season, 12 goals in 16 games. And the season hasn't even finished yet. He's already equalized. He's already managed to pretty much have more goals and assists at this point of last season, at this point of this season, than all of the last seasons. Full stop. Which is insane if you think about it, which is a massive credit goes to him and what he's done and this new role. Hansi Flick for identifying this new role and exactly how I want you to be played, but Xavi as well for finding this position for him. Because if it wasn't for Xavi and if it wasn't for Lamine Yamal, this situation would be completely different. And Raphinha right now most likely would be chilling with Neymar at Hilal, Ronaldo and Nasser, maybe Nihao with Oscar in China or anywhere else back in the Premier League, because there was reports Premier League wanted him, but he wouldn't be at Barcelona. But the fact that he's managed now to adapt, find his new role, and most importantly excel in that new role, credit goes to him and how he's been used. But yo, if you guys enjoyed it, drop of course a like. If you guys agree, put down in the comments. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. If you disagree, put down in the comments and let me know why. But I'll see you soon for another video. Peace!